title. My wife told me. Even my ex treated me better. I walked out, and she crumbled. The words hit me harder than any punch I had ever taken in my life. Even my ex treated me better, Claire said, her voice dripping with contempt, her eyes blazing with disappointment. For a moment, I just stood there, frozen, trying to process the weight of what she had thrown at me. It wasn't just a comparison. It was a dagger, twisted with precision, aimed straight at my heart. We had been married for 6 years, building a life that I thought was grounded in love and loyalty. I worked long hours to keep our home stable, sacrificing time with friends, hobbies, and sometimes even my health just to make sure Claire had the life she wanted. And yet, here she was standing in our living room, tearing down everything I believed we had. You don't listen to me. You don't understand me, she continued, pacing the floor as if I were some stranger she regretted letting into her world. At least Michael, her ex's name, made me feel wanted. My chest tightened as I heard it. The very thought of her ex, someone I thought was buried in the past, now resurrected to mock me, left me numb. I wanted to shout back, to defend myself, to remind her of the countless sacrifices I had made for us. But the more I looked at her, the more I realized she wasn't interested in hearing my side. This wasn't about fairness. It was about breaking me down. My silence seemed to infuriate her even more. See, you never fight for me. Michael would have fought for me. The comparison was relentless, cruel. And in that moment, something inside me snapped. I grabbed my coat from the rack, my heart pounding in my chest, and without saying another word, I walked toward the door. Her expression shifted instantly from rage to shock. Wait, where are you going? She asked, her voice trembling now. I turned the knob slowly, forcing myself not to look back. For once, I wasn't the one begging for understanding. The cold night air hit me as I stepped outside, but it felt warmer than the atmosphere I had just left behind. My footsteps echoed on the pavement, each one fueled by anger, heartbreak, and something else I hadn't felt in years, clarity. For too long, I had tolerated her sharp words, her dismissive tone, her comparisons that chipped away at me. But hearing her put Michael's name above mine, that was the breaking point. I walked aimlessly at first, down familiar streets lit by the soft glow of street lamps. My phone buzzed in my pocket. It was Claire, 3 missed calls in less than 5 minutes. Then came the texts. I didn't mean it. Please come back, we need to talk. I'm sorry, I was just angry. I read each one, but my fingers stayed still. It was too late. I found myself sitting on a bench near the park, the same one where I had once told her I loved her for the first time. Back then, her smile had been enough to light up my world. Now the memory felt like a cruel joke. I stared at the ground, wondering how someone who had once promised me forever could throw my worth back at me like it was nothing. An hour passed before I finally made my way back home. As I opened the door, I found her pacing, her face pale, eyes red from crying. The fire that had burned in her earlier was gone, replaced by desperation. You actually left, she whispered, as if she hadn't believed I was capable of it. I hung my coat without a word. My silence was louder than any argument we had ever had. She rushed toward me, her hands trembling. I didn't mean it, Daniel. I swear. I was just upset. I don't even know why I said Michael's name. Her voice cracked on his name, and for the first time, she looked afraid of losing me. But the thing was, part of me had already left the moment she said it. Claire reached for my arm, but I stepped back, her touch now feeling foreign. Daniel, please, you can't just walk away from us like this, she begged, her voice trembling. It was a mistake, just words, I didn't mean them. Her desperation was raw, but I couldn't ignore the truth. Words are never just words. They reveal what's buried deep inside, what slips out when anger strips away the filters. And in that unguarded moment, she had revealed exactly how little she valued me. You didn't just say a name, I finally replied, my voice steady but sharp. You compared me to a man you once loved. You told me he treated you better. Do you have any idea what that does to me? Her lips parted, but no answer came. Tears slid down her cheeks, and she collapsed onto the couch as though her legs couldn't hold her anymore. I thought saying it would hurt you enough to make you fight for me, she whispered, broken. I wanted to feel like I mattered. I stared at her, the irony cutting deep. She had wanted to feel like she mattered, but in the process, she had made me feel like I never did. I've spent years proving to you that you matter, Claire, I said, my chest tightening. I gave you my time, my effort, my sacrifices. But nothing has ever been enough. And now you've made sure I'll never forget where I stand in your heart. She buried her face in her hands, sobs racking her body. Please don't leave me, she begged through tears. I can't lose you. I didn't mean it, I swear. But something inside me had hardened. Her crumbling before me should have felt like vindication, but instead, it only left me hollow. Love wasn't supposed to be measured against ghosts of the past. Love wasn't supposed to feel like a competition I could never win. I walked toward the door once more, my decision clear this time. Her cries followed me, echoing through the house we had once called home. And as the door shut behind me, I knew that some words could never be taken back.